morning, everyone. This is me, and this is my new podcast for self-love, self-care, and motivation. Welcome back to my channel. This is Mina, your host. I'm so glad you're here because today we're diving into a topic that has the power to completely shift your life. How to focus and filter your energy to create the reality you desire. You've probably heard the phrase, what you focus on expands. It's simple, yet so profound. But here's the thing. How often do we really stop to think about what that means in our daily lives? I want you to take a moment right now and think about it. Where has your energy been going lately? What thoughts, situations, or emotions have been taking up the most space in your mind? For me, this past month has been a whirlwind of realization. There were moments when I felt stretched too thin, balancing responsibilities, trying to keep up with work, family, friends, and still finding time for myself. I realized I was giving my energy to things that weren't truly serving me. And honestly, it felt like it left me feeling somehow drained. Have you ever felt that way? Like you're pouring so much of yourself into things, into people, but they aren't lifting you up or moving you forward. Maybe it's a job, a relationship, or even just the way you talk to yourself. It's like you're spinning your wheels but not going anywhere. I think a lot of us fall into this pattern because it's so easy to focus on what's wrong, what's stressful, or what we don't have. But here's the truth. Your energy is your currency. It's the most valuable resource we have. And just like money, how you spend it matters. If you invest your energy wisely, it grows. If you waste it on things that don't serve you, it just fly away. This is something I had to learn the hard way. I noticed that I was focusing so much on things that I couldn't control, overthinking situations, worrying about outcomes, and carrying the weight of other people's energy. And do you know what that created? More stress, more worry, because I said it earlier, what you focus on expands. But here's the good news. The moment you become aware of where your energy is going, you gain the power to redirect it. And that's exactly what I want to talk about today. How to filter your focus and reclaim your energy. One of the most important steps in this process is awareness. Think of your energy as a stream of water. If you're not careful, that stream can flow in so many different directions, leaving you scattered and overwhelmed. But when you become intentional, you can direct that stream toward what truly matters. Ask yourself, what am I giving my energy to? Are those things aligned with the person I want to be? Are they helping me to grow? Are they holding me back? For example, let's talk about relationships. Have you ever noticed how some people leave you feeling energized and inspired, while others leave you feeling drained or even anxious? That's a sign of where your energy is being impacted. And it doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life completely, but it just means setting boundaries. Setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable first, especially if you are someone who's used to giving and giving and giving. But think about it this way. If you're constantly pouring from your cup without refilling it, eventually you will have nothing left to give. Not to yourself, not to others, not to the things that matter most. And it's scary. And boundaries aren't just about people, they are also about your habits and routines. Take a look at how you spend your time. Are you scrolling on social media for hours, comparing your life to others? Are you saying yes to every request or invitation, even when it doesn't align with your goals? Are you letting distractions pull you away from what truly matters? It's not about being perfect here. It's about being intentional. When you choose to spend your energy on things that align with your values and your vision, you are telling the universe, this is what's important to me. And speaking of the universe, let's talk about the law of vibration. I truly believe we live in a universe of laws. And one of those laws is that like attracts like. Whatever frequency you are vibrating at, the universe will respond to that. So if you are constantly focused on lack, fear, or resentment, you will attract more of that energy into your life. But if you focus on abundance, gratitude, and love, you will attract more of those things. It's not magic, it's energy. Think of yourself as a magnet. What are you attracting right now? What kind of energy are you putting out into the world? I remember a moment where this concept really hit me. I was feeling stuck, frustrated, and overwhelmed, and I couldn't figure out why things weren't flowing in my life. And then I realized I was so focused on what wasn't working that I wasn't leaving any room for possibility or growth. It was like I was blocking my own blessings and my own way. So I started shifting my focus. Instead of dwelling on problems, I started looking for solutions. Instead of focusing on what I didn't have, I practiced gratitude for what I did have. And instead of worrying about things I couldn't control, I chose to focus on the things I could. That shift wasn't easy. It took practice, patience, and a lot of self reflection. But over time, I noticed something incredible. The more I focused on the good, the more good things started flowing into my life. And I don't think that's coincidence. I want to emphasize the importance of self talk. Your words are powerful, they shape your reality. So pay attention to the way you talk to yourself. Are you saying things like, I'm not good enough, or I will never figure this out? If so, I challenge you to reframe those thoughts. Instead of, I can do this, try, I'm learning as I go. Instead of, I will never get there, try, I'm on my way. It might feel awkward at first, but the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And over time, those small shifts in your self talk can lead to big changes in your mindset and your energy. Another practice that's been a game changer for me is visualization. If you have never tried it, I encourage you to give it a go. Close your eyes and imagine the version of who has already achieved the life you desire. What does that version of you look like? How do they feel? How do they spend their time? When you visualize, you are not daydreaming. You are training your mind and your energy to align with that version of yourself. And the more you do that, the more you'll start to see opportunities and possibilities that you might have overlooked before. I want you to say this: it's okay to rest. Sometimes the best way to reclaim your energy is to simply pause. We live in a world that glorifies hustle and productivity, but you can't pour from an empty cup. Rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. So, if you are feeling overwhelmed, give yourself permission to slow down. Take a walk, meditate, journal. Do something that fills your cup because when you take care of your energy, everything else flows more easily. I want to leave you with this thought. You have the power to choose where your energy goes. You have the power to filter out the noise, the distractions, and the negativity. And when you do that, you create space for the things that truly matter. So today, I challenge you to take one small step. Maybe it's setting a boundary, maybe it's shifting your self talk, maybe it's just taking a few minutes to pause and breathe. Whatever it is, know that every small step adds up. Thank you so much, guys, for being here with me today. If this episode resonates with you, share it with someone who might need to hear it. And as always, take care of your energy, stay intentional, and keep shining. Till next time, have a nice day.